YouTube? This is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the newly released HGUC Blue Destiny Unit 2 exam. Now, this is basically the revived version of the old HGUC Blue Destiny 2, and it shows a lot of improvements compared to the older version. Now, today, I'm going to do this style in a more simple review like my previous review, because the build on this kit is pretty much the exact same of the Unit 2, Unit 1 build. So build wise, articulation wise, any functionality wise, they're pretty much the same as the Unit 1. So that's why I'm not going to show the articulations, but you can check the articulations on the actual review of the Unit 1 if you want to do so. Okay, now before we actually get into the comparison or review, now let's get on with its components as usual. Now let's look at the leftover parts. First of all, some leftover polycaps as usual, and like the Blue Destiny Unit 1, you get some blue polycaps. And here's a partial parts of the Blue Destiny Unit 1's shield. So you don't actually get enough parts to actually make a whole new shield for this one. This is all you get. Let's see. Let me get through with decals and stickers. Stickers are, well, a lot more than the Unit 1, and some stickers have not changed at all from the previous version. Now, I'm not sure the stickers are also new or from the previous version, but we'll have to find out. And you can see I only use the circle ones. I tried to use the thruster ones, but boy, they were terrible, so I did not use them. I'll get through which part was a sticker, and we get some decal sheet. Now, the interesting part about Unit 2 is that if you see the decal stickers, you see both Federation and Zeon symbols, because the Unit 2 was built by the Federation, but was later stolen by the Zeon Force. To be more precise, Nimbus himself. So that's why we do get a Zeon symbol here, and I went on with the Zeon stolen version, because when it comes to when I first bought the Blue Destiny Unit 2, the old one, I mentioned that when I think about the Blue Destiny, the Unit 2 comes into mind. But when it comes to Unit 2, the Red Shoulder version, the Zeon version, always comes into my mind first. So that's why I went with the Red Shoulders. And speaking of shoulders, let's talk about the leftover pieces. Now, you get some interesting leftover pieces. First of all, I'm not sure if these are supposed to be considered leftover pieces, but these are the exact same extended thrusters from the Blue Destiny Unit 1 backpack, and you can technically use these on the Unit 2, because if you know how the backpack works for the Blue Destiny Unit 2 and 3, you might get the idea, which I will explain later. Let's see. You actually do get the shoulder parts of the Blue Destiny Unit 1. You get the main shoulders and the extender versions for the exam mode. So minus the polycaps, if you have enough polycaps like leftovers, you can make more shoulders. You can technically make the blue shoulders. Now, I did say Blue Destiny Unit 1, but if you want to go for the Federation Blue Destiny Unit 2, which is entirely blue like the Unit 1, you can actually make that. So yeah, you only have, so when you're building the kit, you only get one choice, but you still get the parts, except for the polycap. So really up to you. For me, this is more symbolic, so that's why I went for the red shoulders. Now, let's see. Let's look at this part. Now, you somehow do get blue front skirt armor pieces. Now, these aren't actually the front skirts, but these are the pieces that goes onto the front skirt. So you do get a blue pieces. This as a leftover for sure. And then you get some blue hands for some odd reason. Now you do get the typical black hands, which are being used at the moment on the kit. So I don't know what's with the blue hands at all. So, but it's good to know that that's there. So in total, when it comes to the kit, you only get 2 multi-purpose hands and 1 open hand for the left hand as well. And let's see, you have this red piece, which is technically the exact same piece that goes under the cockpit section right over here, under the vent. This one you don't actually get to use. At first I thought, hey, is this the vent color version of the exam mode? And I checked the manual, and you don't actually use the part. So for some odd reason, it's there. Oh yeah, for the eyes. Now you do get clear pieces for the eyes, but you are supposed to use a sticker in front of these, so I guess this gives you an option to color them. If you got skills in some black ink or paint, you can actually color the eyes. So for me, I just used for the exam mode. They do give you the red piece, a red clear piece for this, and then you put a black the eye sticker on top of it. So yeah, the eye sticker doesn't actually cover up the entire clear piece. It shows the bottom or top of the clear piece a little bit. So if you're going to go for the exam version, you have to go with the red one. Okay, and finally this piece, which I'm pretty surprised to see. You actually get leftover pieces for the arm inner frame. I'm not joking. So this is my first time actually seeing a leftover piece of an entire arm frame for both arms for some reason. But so the good part is if you're like if you're having fun with customizing kits, these could be really gold for you. So just letting you guys know. Okay, and for equipment for the Blue Destiny Unit 2 is pretty much almost the same. Two beam sabers. This one a different shield. This is actually like the gym custom shield in blue colors. As I mentioned, the open hand. You get its beam rifle. Now, the older version was pretty much an entire black beam rifle, and this is a very big improvement. And there's a sticker for there, and a machine gun, which I really don't recall seeing or remembering the Blue Destiny Unit 2 actually using a machine gun, but it's good to know they do give you a whole machine gun. So that's it for the components, and now let's start the comparison. Now, let me get them off the rotating stand, and let's look at the older version first. Now, the older version, it looks more plunky and it has a more darker color, which could be more accurate when it comes to the art style. But let's see what changed. Now, first of all, the chest sticker, they're different sizes, but still uses a sticker. The main body, the cannons or the weapons on the chest were not the accurate color. I believe they came in entirely blue, if I remember correctly, so I had to color mine in metallic silver. This one actually comes in the correct color, so no need to color. And the missile launchers on the chest, they were just represented as white stickers. The new one, they made a new mold for that. And the vent, I also had to color that in gold, like this. This one actually comes in actual yellow. And the arms, these parts, as you can see, I colored them metallic silver. In the older version, you had to put a white sticker on these, which was really dumb in my own opinion. This one comes in entirely white, so that's a very good detail going on there. The backpack. Now the backpack, both of them, the build are different. The build is different, however, they still use the same stickers. These sections here was supposed to be a sticker, and the inside was supposed to be a sticker. I colored the outskirts. The inside I didn't color. Same goes for here. The inside is supposed to be a sticker, and this white section is supposed to be a sticker, but I colored them as well again. So that's that. Backpack also different. You actually have bigger thrusters and more sleek design onto this. Shield connector, this one does not actually have a shield connector because this hole is a shield connector. This one comes with a separate shield connector right over here on the arm. So that's that. The knee section uses the same triangle stickers and still has the beam saber whatchamacallit. You can still store in the beam sabers if you want to do so. So nothing too different. Still uses these round white stickers. I colored my metallic silver on the old one. I just used the stickers this time to show you guys. So that's pretty much it for the improvements. The articulation wise, the old Blue Destiny had pretty good articulation. So articulation wise, you could call them pretty much the same. Since the Blue Destiny Unit 1 also had a very good articulation, this should also have, which is based on that kit, should also have the same articulation as well. However, the old one did not give you any options for the exam system. No red eye stickers, no red shoulders whatsoever. So that's pretty much it. Okay, now comparison with the Unit 1. Now, as I mentioned, build-wise, they're pretty much equal. They're pretty much the same build, but there's like a few different color areas. Like the chest section, we have a white. The crotch area, we have red. The front skirts have these black pieces instead of blue. The knees, we get white pieces. Shoulders, of course, you do get blue ones, darker blue ones, but you still get, but you do get the option of making a red shoulder version. Alright, and I forgot to mention, for the heads, you only get one option. So unlike the Unit 1, which had two different type of heads, so you could make each uh, one non-exam and an exam version, but would have a different head design, you only get one option. So you have to choose your option, which I went with the exam version as well. So, for the backpack, the way how this works is that you can detach this and you have the Blue Destiny 1's backpack as well. So that's why you can actually use the extended thrusters on this kit as well. So they just easy snap on. And that's pretty much it for the review. I mean, this was more of a comparison review. And if you actually did enjoy the Blue Destiny Unit 1 build, and if you're just a big fan of the Blue Destiny line, this is pretty much for you. I mean, you can't go pretty much wrong with this kit. I mean, the Unit 1 was a success. I call this a very big success as well. And we're getting the Unit 3 next year, so I'm really, really excited for that kit as well. Well, that's pretty much it for the review. Other than the stickers, the different amount of stickers, there's a head camera on sticker on the forehead and back of the head as well. So there's a green and red option. If you're going for the normal, you have to use green. If you're using the exam like me, you have to use the red version as well. So that's pretty much it. Of course, it has the same issue where the feet is kind of bulky, so you don't get too much articulation. So among that, this is a very great kit. It's pretty much recommended for anybody, even for beginners. Well, that's pretty much it for this simple review of the Blue Destiny Unit 2. I mean, as I mentioned, build-wise, they're pretty much exactly the same as the Unit 1, so if you enjoyed the kit of the first one, you're going to enjoy this. Or if you're a fan of this, you're going to enjoy it as well. Well, thank you for watching the review. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.